Hello students, in this video we will try to find out a value of k. Now k is any constant that is part of the coefficient of the variables, that is either x or y or both. And to find out the value of k we will be using the conditions whether the pair of linear equations have a unique solution or infinitely many solutions or no solution at all. Okay, so let's begin with the first problem, which says for which value of k will the following pair of linear equations have no solution. So we have been given a pair of linear equations, and we have been also given the fact that they give you no solution. So we have to put in the condition where it does not give us any solution. Like, what is the condition which says that there is no solution? A1 upon A2 equal to B1 upon B2 is not equal to C1 upon C2. This is the condition we need to use in order to get the value or arrive at the value of k. Okay, first we need to put down what is A1, A2, B1, B2 and C1 and C2. So you have to look at the coefficients of x and y for that. So from this equation we can arrive at A1, B1 and C1. So A1 will be 3, B1 will be 1 and C1 will be negative 1, since 1 goes on the other side, that is left hand side of the equal to sign and becomes negative. In this case we have A1 equal to 2 into k minus 1. This entire thing becomes the coefficient of x. B1 will be equal to k minus 1, and C1 of course is the whole thing. C2, this is A2, B2 and you have C2, which is when 2k plus 1 comes on the left hand side, the whole thing becomes negative. So we'll put negative and we'll put this in the bracket 2k plus 1. So we have arrived at A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2 and C2. Now as per this equation, let's put whatever we've got over here, the coefficients in these ratios. So A1 is 3, A2 is 2 into k minus 1 equal to B1 is 1, B2 is k minus 1, and this is not equal to C1 upon C2. C1 is minus 1 and C2 is minus 2k plus 1. So remember something, that we'll only get the value of k in this particular situation, okay, where A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 but not equal to C1 upon C2. So this can be divided into two different equations, that is 3 upon 2 into k minus 1 equal to 1 upon k minus 1, and the other one will be, you can put 1 upon k minus 1 not equal to minus 1 upon minus 2k plus 1 whole thing. So we can't use this, but we can use this to find the value of k, and for that particular value of k we will arrive at this particular situation. Okay, so let's begin. So over here we have 3 upon 2 into k minus 1 and 1 upon k minus 1. So now we cross multiply both of them. So 3 into k minus 1 equal to 2k minus 1. We open the brackets, 3 into k gives us 3k, 3 into minus 1 gives us minus 3, and 2 into k gives us 2k, 2 into minus 1 gives us minus 2. We bring k on the left hand side, it becomes negative, and we get, I'll just write it down first, 3k minus 2k equal to, and minus 3 we go take on the other side, it becomes positive, so 3 minus 2. So 3k minus 2k gives us 1k, or just k. 3 minus 2 equal to 1. So it will be for k equal to 1 that we get no solution. So we'll write it down. So we can say, hence the given pair of linear equations will have no solution if k is equal to 1. Got it? So what we did over here is we were told to find the value of k when the given pair of linear equations, which is this, has no solution. So we needed to find the value of k for which this particular pair of linear equation has no solution. To do that, we put the condition of no solution, which was this. Okay, and we got the values of the coefficients, and so we substitute the value of coefficients in this condition to get the value of k, and we arrived at the solution that for this particular value of k, these pair of linear equation gives us no solution. Understood? We'll solve some more problems. So our next problem is, for which value of k will the following pair of linear equation have infinitely many solutions? So what is the condition for infinitely many solutions? a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. That's how we get infinitely many solution, the condition. Now we'll have to list down what is a1, a2, b1, b2 and c1, c2. So from here we'll get a1 equal to 2, b1 equal to 3 and c1 equal to minus 7. And from here we'll get a1 equal to k plus 1, sorry, a2 is equal to k plus 1, b2 is equal to 2k minus 1 and c2 will be equal to minus in the bracket 4k plus 1. So now let's substitute the values of all the coefficients over here. a2 is 2, sorry, a1 is 2 and a2 is k plus 1 equal to b1 is 3, b2 is 2k plus minus 1, c1 is minus 7 and c2 is minus in brackets 4k plus 1. Once again we'll separate them into two different equations, that is 2 upon k plus 1 equal to 3 upon positive 3 2k minus 1 and minus, sorry, here 3 upon 2k minus 1 equal to minus 7 upon minus in brackets 4k plus 1. So if we go down further with this equation, we multiply this, cross multiply, we get 2 into 2k minus 1 equal to 3 into k plus 1. 2 into 2 is 4k, 2 into minus 1 is minus 2, 3 into k is 3k, 3 into positive 1 is plus 3. 3k, when we bring it on the left hand side, it becomes negative. So 4k minus 3k, and minus 2 when we take on the right hand side, it becomes positive. 3 plus 2. 4k minus 3k is k, 3 plus 2 is 5. So it is for the when k is equal to 5, that is when we get infinitely many solutions for this pair of linear equation. If you want, you can even check with this, there's no need for that, but since we are doing it for the first time, I'll just solve it and see we should get the same value. So over here minus and minus sign will cancel and 4k plus 1 will get multiplied by 3. So 3 into 4k plus 1 and 7 will get multiplied by 2k minus 1. So 7 into 2k minus 1. 3 into 4k is 12k, 3 into plus 1 is plus 3, 7 into 2k is 14k, 7 into minus 1 is minus 7. We keep 14k on the other side, this same side, and we'll take 12k on this side, so it becomes negative, and we'll take minus 7 on the left hand side so that it becomes positive. So this is to avoid the negative sign. So we get 14k minus 12k, so just interchange them, and we get 7 plus 3. So this 14k minus 12k will get 2k, 7 plus 3 is 10. 2 ones are 2, 2 5s are 10. So k is equal to 5. Okay. So we can say therefore, or we can say rather hence, when k is equal to 5, the given pair of linear equations have infinitely many solutions. Okay, so this was a case where we were given that to use the condition infinitely many solutions, and we use this condition to arrive at the value of k, for which this pair of linear equation gives us an infinitely many solutions. Let's move to the next question. Our third problem says, for which value of k will the following pair of linear equations have a unique solution? Okay, unique solution. So there's only one solution possible. We need to find the value of k. So for unique solution, what is the condition? It is a1 upon a2 not equal to b1 upon b2, and this is what we need to find out. Let's list down what is a1 first from this equation. a1 is equal to k, b1 is equal to 2, and c1 is equal to minus 5. Similarly, you have a2 is equal to 3, b2 is equal to 1, and c2 is equal to minus 1. Now let's list them down. So a1 is k, a2 is 3, this is not equal to, b1 is 2, and b2 is 1. Okay, so now what we do is we cross multiply 1 into k, so we will get 1 into k is k, and 3 into 2 is equal to 6. So this implies that when the value of k is not equal to 6, we get a unique solution for this pair of linear equations. So we can say when k is not equal to, so you can say therefore when k is not equal to 6, the given pair of linear equations have a unique solution. Okay, so this is fulfilling the condition of a unique solution, and we needed to find the value of k when we get the unique solution. So when basically when we say k, when k is not equal to 6, which means for any other value of k we will get a unique solution, but not when it is k is equal to 6. Okay, so we can also write this. So this implies for all values of k except when k is equal to 6, the given pair of linear equations will have a unique solution. Alright, so don't get confused. We get this value in this case through our condition. We get k is not equal to a particular value. Remember this, in this case it is not equal to 6. So only when k is not equal to 6 we get unique solution. But when it says k is not equal to 6, that means it leaves all other real numbers open. So if k is equal to 5, what happens then? That means we will still get a unique solution. This has only one condition, that is k should not be equal to 6. That is only when we get a unique solution. So we have just stated the same in this for all values of k except when k is equal to 6. The given pair of linear equations will give us a unique solution. So we can't have k equal to 6, and this is what it says. So when k is not equal to 6, the given pair of linear equations have a unique solution. So both these statements mean the same thing. Okay, I hope you all have understood how to solve for k using the conditions of linear equation, that is using the coefficients in the ratios. Thank you for watching.